Hey guys, let's talk about tonight's episode of The Flash. And I'm just going to keep this short and sweet because I'm running a little late on time. But wow, this was a great episode. I liked it from start to finish. There was so much stuff going on. The case of the week, the reveals, there were so many things that went down in this episode. It was really, really good. And, we had a new superhuman in this one. And it was just everything about this episode worked for me. I think, we've laid out a really great foundation with Dr. Wells and Joe and just the mistrust that's going on. And then that last conversation that they had about both of them losing their wives and the fact that Joe never talks about his wife was just very intriguing. The fact that Barry and his Scooby Gang found the lair where Dr. Wells has always snuck off to, and he has the paper from 2025, I believe it is, and the headline reads that the Flash has vanished in a crisis, and all this. So all of that was great. The fact that you had the superhuman or superhuman the what do they call them again? I just said it earlier. The metahuman, he could touch one person and then transform into somebody else. And the fact that he turned into Iris, he turned into Caitlin, he turned into Eddie, he turned into the Flash. Like, all of that was really cool. And then they locked him up at Star's lab, and it was just like all of that was very cool. I liked every single second of that. We even had them go to Starling City, and we had a crossover with Quentin Lance, and them, helping with the case and trying to find out information about when Dr. Wells died there, when the car rolled over and all that stuff, and the wife passed away and everything. Sorry, not Dr. Wells died, but that when the wife died, and then they went and they dug up his body and they found that the real Dr. Wells was there, and that this is obviously not the real Dr. Wells. I mean, all of it was just so good. The fact that Eddie, at one point they thought that Eddie may have killed two cops, and then but it was the metahuman that did it, and then Barry rushes into the jail to get him out, and then he puts him back in, and then he comes to his home. Like, all of it was just very good. So I also like the scene when they were in Starling City, and Quentin and Joe are talking, and they both basically have father-daughter issues, and Quentin is already a step ahead because he's already been lied to, and he knows the truth now about what's going on with his daughter Laurel, and who Oliver really is. And on obviously the Flash, Iris isn't aware yet of that. Everybody's been lying to her that Barry is actually the Flash. So when that reveal comes out, we all know what that's going to be like. Good God. But yeah, this was a really solid episode. I really, really enjoyed it. And of course, Barry is still trying to pretend with Dr. Wells that he's, not suspicious of him. Even though I think Dr. Wells kind of knows. At one point, Caitlin was about to go to his house, and then Barry whips in and like sneaks her away. And, Caitlin's been sort of on the fence as to whether or not she wants to kind of betray Dr. Wells, but I mean, all this evidence is mounting that he actually is a fraud, right? And that he really isn't who he says he is. And of course, all these people are going to be devastated when they learn the truth, when they do learn the truth in this episode, that the real Dr. Wells is actually dead. So yeah, a lot of great, great stuff in this episode. I really did enjoy it. Even Iris didn't grate on me as much. But she was kind of carrying on, throwing some shade on Eddie at the beginning. But, her true feelings came out at the end when he was safe. And he ends up revealing to Iris that he has been working with the Flash lately. And that's why he's been acting all weird. So, he doesn't really, really tell her the truth, but he tells her partial truth. So, yeah, solid episode. I think we only have like 2 or 3 episodes left before it's done for the season. I am very excited because we're getting to that point now where, the truth about everything is going to come out, and I, for one, cannot wait. All right, guys, that's it for me. Like I said, short and sweet. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.